Hey guys, welcome back. So I was clearing Ward 6 and I realized that there is a really good build that everybody can do. So I wanted to like showcase it in case like you didn't realize or didn't stumble upon the cards, you didn't maybe notice like some things, but I'm pretty sure you know us already, but the trick of like beating Ward 6 is a good build. And what does that mean? Basically, you're fighting Cocolia. Cocolia is resistant to physical ice rest, wind rest, frozen rest, and imprisonment rest. She is weak to fire, electro, and quantum. So the team that you want to build is this. Something like this. Fire, MC, because you know, fire, and then it's a really good tank. A healer, you can bring Natasha here. I have Bailu, and she heals a little bit more than Natasha on the E overall, and she also has a rest, and that's why Natasha heals more row with the like the ult, but Bailu heals more with the E, and it bounces away around. It is an RNG, but overall, I'm gonna show you why. If you have Bailu, it's better, but it still works with Natasha as well. So the build that I'm gonna show today, it's a hunt build. It's the easiest build that you can do. It's the free kill. This is free Ward 6. This, you can probably do it as free to play as well. If you don't have Sele with Chinchue, I think she's called QQ. If you really want to bring Quantum, otherwise you can just bring Serval instead of Sele for the boss. But if you have Sele, of course you want to go with Sele. So what is the build about? So the characters are these. The characters are all level 50, and not every one of them are like max talents, I believe. They have, yeah, Cell only has like 3332. Imagine, I'm just saving. I have this set. I didn't really farm too much. I'm waiting to be level 40 and then farm the gear. That's why you see like they have kind of scuffed. Look at this. Look at that. They have like scuffed gear. So I clear with this easily. So that's gonna show the validity of this build, let's say. So as you can see, like Eidolon is like E5 for MC, Serval is E2, Bailu is E0, and Sela is E0. And they're all 50. The light cones are like only silence remains. Cornucopia for Bailu, make the word climber. I got like 3 of this, so I got superimposition. And with MC, I'm using trend of the universal market. I could use something else, but that's what I was using. You're free to do whatever you want. And on Asta, I'm using Dance because I don't have Bronya, as you can see. I don't have Bronya, so I have Tingyun, but I'm not using her for this comp because Asta is really good, and she's fire, and the E is like insane break for fire weakness. So I'm using this, so every time she does like ult, all allies actions are advanced forward by 16%. So that's what's happening right now. So the characters are those. Now the build, what is the build? It's not something crazy. It's just like I've noticed that it's really easy to do, and I wanted to share the build. So if you're having trouble clearing with the Ward 6 in general, if you're having trouble clearing it, but you can basically make it every time to the boss, but the boss is too strong, for example, do this. Basically, what you want to do is Cocolia is going to spawn 2, it's going to summon Bronya on phase 2, and throughout all the phases, in phase 1 she's going to summon 1 ice pillar, and phase 2 with Bronya summoned, she's going to summon another 2 pillars, and on phase 3 she's going to summon 2 pillars without Bronya if you kill her. Otherwise she's still there. You want to focus Bronya as soon as possible when she spawns, of course, but at the same time try to keep an eye on Cocolia, because she's gonna Bronya is gonna buff Cocolia. Cocolia is gonna go faster than normal and charge her ult. You don't really want to get hit by the ult ever. So how are you gonna do this? First of all, we gotta get rid of the ice pillars. What do we do with it? So first of all, we need Path of Resonance, the Hunt, the normal one, this one. This is the basic one. The skill that you get on R. Then you get this power up at 6. Then you get this power up at 7. Then you get this power up at 8. Then you get this power up at 9. Then you get this power up at 10. Then you get this power up at 11. Then you get this power up at 12. Then you get this power up at 13. Then you get this power up at 14. Then you get this power up at 15. Then you get this power up at 16. Then you get this power up at 17. Then you get this power up at 18. Then you get this power up at 19. Then you get this power up at 20. Then you get this power up at 21. Then you get this power up at 22. Then you get this power up at 23. Then you get this power up at 24. Then you get this power up at 25. Then you get this power up at 26. Then you get this power up at 27. Then you get this power up at 28. Then you get this power up at 29. Then you get this power up at 30. Then you get this power up at 31. Then you get this power up at 32. Then you get this power up at 33. Then you get this power up at 34. Then you get this power up at 35. Then you get this power up at this exact power up that says that when deals damage, enemies whose HP is lower than 50%, the crits are gonna become crit. The hit are gonna become crits with the crit damage of 50%. When the enemy is defeated, regenerate 50 energy. What does that mean? That if you kill them both, you're gonna get back to usage, and you want to keep getting hunt buffs and get this at the end when you get 10 hunt buffs. Increase the energy limit to Path of Resonance from 100 to 200. This means that you have 2 usages, not that it has a higher ceiling of energy. It's just 2 uses. This is kind of misleading. It says that the energy limit is from 100 to 200. It leads you to believe that it's a bigger pool, so it generates slower. That's not true at all. It's just 2 uses. Like 100, you use it, and it's like another dot that it's lit. You press it again, and you do it again. With this. So that means that if you do it once, it's enough, because below 50% of the pillar don't have many HP, so it's going to be easy to kill them. You destroy them immediately, you get back to usage, and then you can do it again, and then you have another charge because you didn't use the second one. So this is really key for destroying the pillars and never worry about it. It's also really good because every time you destroy the 2 pillars, you get 100% back of the energy, and you at the 3rd phase, or if you need help killing Bronya, that's gonna come to help, because it's gonna be free damage on everyone, because it's AoE. It's not just only on the pillars, so you can spam it really hard. Now, what do you need mainly? After this, you really want to, if you can, of course, this is RNG, if you can, you need to get as much of speed as possible, and there is a crit rate. I don't remember what it is. I need to click it. Yeah, this crit rate. There is another one that when a character breaks the enemy weakness, delay the enemy action. This is slow. There's another one that is the opposite. What is it? Defeats an enemy consecutively. Critical boost. This help, everything that makes you go faster. So Sela is really good in this one. She has an insane speed. You need Asta with if you have was it Dance on Asta? Anyway, that light cone that gives you action speed when you ult. And then you need, I can't find it, maybe it's a glitch. There you go. When a character breaks an enemy weakness, their action is advanced forward by 100%, so they go again. It increases damage dealt by their next attack by 50%. This is good by itself. If you have the chance, or if you randomly pick up like a enhanced random blessings, that you end up enhancing this one, is really good. In theory, you kind of want to increase other stuff, like the more speed, more slow, like this one, more crit, base crit, and stuff like that. Other than that, at this point, I noticed something. If you run this build, your characters are not gonna be like hitting super hard, because they go faster, but they don't hit hard. So the boss is level 65, so you need a little bit of damage help. What does that mean? What I did was finding something like this in Abundance. There is a buff that says charges do drop when a character HP is restored. The charge value is equal to 100% of the amount of healing received, right? So what is Dewdrop? If you click on it, it's going to tell you. An effect that can be charged up, formed by specific blessing of abundance, that one. The charge cannot exceed 500% of the character max HP. Dewdrop ruptures after the character attacks, any character, dealing additional damage to the attacked enemy based on charge value. Now, what does this mean? If you heal during the battle, I mean, if you're gonna heal a lot during the battle, so the higher you're healing, the more the Dewdrop is gonna stack, and it's gonna stack with a charge value equal to 100% of the healing received. If you have a power up and it's a plus 40% damage on Dewdrop, so it's gonna be that number plus 40%. What does that mean? Every time, this doesn't go away. Every time you attack, almost every time, especially with Bailu in this one excels a lot, because she applies a lot of the ult applies regen, the E applies regen, so you're gonna have a lot of instances where this applies. So every time you attack, the main attack, I don't think it works with this skill, I'm not really sure, but the normal attack is gonna help a lot, because every time you attack, let's say you deal 1000 damage, you're gonna deal 1000 damage on top of that, so it's like 2k. So this is gonna heal, this is gonna be really good, and it's gonna help a lot on the damage side. But even if you don't have it, even if you don't have it, if you time the paths attacks correctly, and you time correctly the order of like breaking, like the order when you go like, okay, now I kill Bronya, but if I'm killing Bronya, I can hit Cocolia. So you need to like judge a little bit better, if you're having troubles, of course, which one you need to prioritize. That way, if you are able to stop Cocolia from charging her and unleashing her skills every time, you basically win. Because at that point, she's gonna keep summoning those ice pillars that you wait on the Path of Resonance until she summons them, and then you kill them. By killing them, you also do damage to Bronya, and this is phase 2, to Bronya and Cocolia. So this is really, really easy. If you don't mess up, your character's like high HP, high damage, let's say like 1k damage on the DPS, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. You have a little bit of crit from discards. So just go full hunt. And if you can, if you come across this, pick up the Prosperity Longevity, because this is gonna help you deal a little bit more damage while you're fighting in general. So that's gonna help a little bit. But basically, at first phase, she's gonna summon only one ice pillar, so you don't have to wait for the second one. She's not gonna spawn the second one. So every time she does one pillar, you destroy it. You deal damage to her, which is not critical because she needs to be below 50% for the hit to crit on her. But the hit is gonna crit on the pillar whenever it goes down below 50, because they have way less HP, of course. And at that point, keep breaking. You need to break. It's really important to break, because if you don't break, she's gonna cast stuff and you're gonna get owned slowly, because like she's weak to fire, electro, and quantum. You can bring, instead of Sele, you can bring another DPS. You can bring maybe Hook if you have her built. You can bring. I don't think QQ is gonna be a good replacement for Sele. Sele is a really, really strong DPS, and she, like, if you bring Dan Heng, let's say, she's not weak to Dan Heng. She's resistant to wind. She's resistant to wind. That means you're not gonna deal any damage. So you kind of have to stick to these three. If you bring Serval, it's gonna be really good for breaking, but you're gonna have a lot of problems with damage. So because she's good for AoE, but she's not good for like 2 or 1. So 1v1, when you kill Cocolia, when you like kill Bronya and you're just fighting Cocolia, you need damage. Let's say phase 3. Serval is not gonna help too much. Yeah, you can break constantly, but she's gonna eventually overwhelm you, I think. So you kind of want to bring a DPS that is actually strong. You can build Hook if you want. You can bring. You don't have many choices. I mean, at this point, you have she's resistant to wind. The team, sadly, you don't have many choices. And if you have Himeko, you can bring Himeko, of course, instead of Hook. That's what like my roster is. This I don't know. I can't really do it without these characters. I'm kind of locked. You can't bring Ice. You can't bring Wind. So, and Quantum. The only other Quantum is Chinchue. So I didn't build her. I don't know if she's super good. I don't think she is. And even if she's good, she's not going to be as good as Sele as an addition. So I think it might be better to bring Hook instead for fighting 1v1. She has a little bit of AoE after you do the ult, so that could help a little bit. I don't remember if Bronya is weak to fire. She probably is, if I had to guess. But anyway, I think that's it. If you need any help, if I forgot to say something, please let me know in the comments. But I think that's it. It's a really easy build. Like I did it once. I fucked up. I literally wasted my hunt because I thought I was gonna kill. I used it before, and on phase 3 before she did the pillar. I used it before, so I didn't have any charges. She does the pillar, bunch of AoE, and I die. And then I did it again immediately. I re-queued and I did it correctly, and this time it worked. So if you don't fuck up personally, you like time it right and wait until she does the pillar, because like when the pillar dies, remember that it gives the energy back, 50% energy. It appears to be double, but I'm not gonna say anything about it. It appears to be like that you still get back 1 usage if you kill 1 pillar anyway. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's in conjunction with the 3% energy for part resonance when an ally turn starts. Maybe it slowly fills up, so you don't really notice that it's filling up because you have another charge. So you don't see the secondary charge that is charging. But anyway, I forgot to say that if you don't have the upgrade 1 and upgrade 2 of the Path of the Hunt of like any ability, you need to unlock the Reset Blessings. That's really good. And then you need to unlock Resonance Formation 2. After obtaining 10 blessings from the chosen path of exploration, 1 extra Resonance Formation can be activated and increases the damage as well. So get to this one to get the triple upgrade, the double upgrade, right? Otherwise you won't have it. Even if you get 10 blessings and you don't have this, you won't have it. So you need to farm, you just spam runs on Simulate the Universe, get as much of these ability points as you can, and unlock up until this to get the full activation. Otherwise, you can't do the build. Yeah, Hunt build. Easy, free Ward 6. If you don't do it first time, do it again. If you can, you should pick something like this, because this is going to help a lot with damage. And if you manage to get this and maybe even upgrade it, then you can maybe bring other characters that are not as good as single target, but you get helped a little bit from Dewdrop. But I wouldn't suggest it too much. I feel like this is the best almost AFK build. If it wasn't for like having to be sure to interrupt Bronya and Cocolia every time manually, you could even autoplay this. You could even autoplay it. If you didn't have to time the weakness distraction, you could even autoplay with this. So yeah, thank you for watching. I didn't want to like speak for too long. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have any correction, if you have any suggestion, if you have another build that you want to share, if you did it somewhere in another way, feel free to tell me in the comments. And yeah, like the video if you like the video, subscribe if you want to subscribe, and see you next time.